Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and thank you for stopping by. Today we have a lot of information to go over, so do not go anywhere. We're going to talk about BlackRock, Larry Fink, the World Economic Forum, the CFTC, the chairman, what is she up to? Then also we're going to talk about the different summits and symposiums that are happening, not just only this week, but also throughout the rest of this month. It's not just here in the United States, it's actually a global event taking place. It is being turned on officially when we talk about crypto being activated. Then we're going to talk about also the SWIFT system, something I found in their updates that's coming up in October. And again, do not go anywhere because you are going to see what's in this video because it's going to impact the way you invest going forward and how you not just look at the TA, but also you follow the money. And that's the goal here. So we look at crypto bubbles for the day. Yes, we are just in a sea of red. It is terrible. I'm sure everybody's feeling it. But if you watched my video from the 14th of August, then this was no surprise to you. I did mention that, hey, next week, get ready for this drop because it is going to come because of these events coming up. Look at crypto bubbles. Yes, it's down. XRP is down 4% for the day. We know that, but we cannot get lost in the daily price action because when you look at the yearly time frame, you will see XRP is up right here at 431% with H bar up at 363 and so on and so forth. So do not get lost in the day-to-day price action. But we'll look right over here at coin market cap as we're talking about price action going forward. I will plow through it right quick. Your market cap sitting at 3.9 trillion. This is down from 4.12 trillion. Again, from my last video, we'll discuss that here in a second. We talked about how that's coming and you should be ready for it. Bitcoin sitting at 115,000. Ethereum at $4,328, $27 now that it just dropped. But we saw this coming. We expected this. We called this way before this happened. And it's because we follow the people that move the money and make the rules and regulation here on this channel. So what am I talking about? Well, again, the Wyoming Blockchain Symposium 2025 is actually taking place as the time of the recording, which is Monday, August 18th through the 21st, I believe was the time frame they're going to be out there. And you have speakers like Ripple, Stuart Otterati. You're going to have the U.S. Treasury there. You're going to have some senators there. Cynthia Loomis is going to be there. And the list goes on. You can check my last video out for more information. But before we move forward, I do want to say thank you to anybody that has subscribed and liked the channel. People that keep on coming back, I really do appreciate it. You guys is what keeps me going, so thank you. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'm sitting around 450, 460 subscribers, going for that 500 mark. That 500 mark unlocks more opportunity with YouTube to give me more access to different tools they have. So if you like this information, please consider liking. It is much appreciated. So looking at this, we'll look at my last video. Like I said, I called it out about this week being dropping. So check it out right here. The market as a whole, I do worry that with this information coming out next week and the symposium coming up, you're going to see this market come down from this 4.12 trillion and probably back down to the 3.8 or so, roughly. Because I think you're going to see a big sell-off. This is that build-up before that sell-off. That's just in my opinion. Do not take that as financial advice, guys. All right, we always talk about the build-up for the sell-off. So anytime you see this market start pumping, it's great to have your technical analyst side to check out the markets and see what they might be moving. I personally use that and mix it in with what are the regulators, the lawmakers, the CEOs doing at this company. What are they doing behind the scenes? Because it usually times up pretty well with the TA side. You can kind of see the market dropping. That's a good time for you to move your money how you see fit. I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't give you any advice on that, but definitely look around. They tell you the plans out in clear sight here. They don't try to hide it. You just have to look for it. So speaking about that, we're going to talk about the WEF, Larry Fink, why that's huge. So right over here, this is on the World Economic Forum's page themselves, a letter from Larry Fink and Andre Hoffman, which are co-chairs, the interim co-chairs of the WEF, replacing Klaus Schwab. If you know about the WEF, it's the World Economic Forum. This is where all the businesses kind of get together and make new policies and kind of a global plan to push things forward as a whole. They say they get together to unite the world, quote unquote, but I think it's a little bit more darker than that. That's just my opinion, especially when we talk about people like Klaus Schwab and Larry Fink being involved in these situations. Here's a letter. It says, "We are honored to take this leadership role on an interim basis at a pivotal time for World Economic Forum. As the organization moves into a new chapter, we look ahead with clarity, purpose, and confidence in the forum's enduring mission. The world is more fragmented and complex than ever, but the need for a platform that bridges together business, government, civil society has never been greater. We believe the forum can serve as a unique catalyst for cooperation and that fosters trust, identifies shared goals, and turns dialogue into action. We remain optimistic that the forum has an opportunity to help drive international collaboration in a way that not only generates prosperity, but distributes it more broadly. The renewed vision can promote open markets and national priorities side by side while advancing the interests of workers and stakeholders globally. We look forward to helping shaping a more resilient and more prosperous future and reinventing and strengthening the forum, aka WEF, as an indispensable institution for public-private cooperation. So, of course, this is huge because Larry Fink, as you know, is the second biggest owner of Bitcoin. Not him personally, but BlackRock itself. Larry Fink, being the CEO of BlackRock, is now also in ties with the WEF as their chairman for them. So this is going to be huge news for crypto because we know he's all about it. Not that if he cares about it or not, but he's all about profits. BlackRock's all about profits. Now they have more control. You know, BlackRock just bought Panama Canal. They're over the Panama Canal, a major trade for the world. And now they're also over the World Economic Forum. This one global entity is all slowly forming together as we're rolling out digital assets in crypto and AI. All these things are finally coming together because, again, Web3, AI, crypto, all this stuff is much bigger than digital currency. I hope you realize this has always been the plan. So let's keep on talking. Let's keep on going to talk about Swift. I know everybody's talking about ISO 20022 coming up in November. You know, Swift's going to activate it for all the banks, etc. But also you want to keep this date in mind because this is going to be a huge testament to if they're going to be able to launch that as of November 2025 for ISO. So there's actually on October 18th through the 19th, they are conducting a business continuity Fin, Store, and Forward SwiftNet systems. So it is business continuity testing, cold start simulation. So this right here, if you dig into it more, this is actually going to be the test run to see if they are ready for November 2025 ISO activation. So keep an eye out, keep a day out for October 18th through the 19th of 2025, because this is going to be a huge testament to see if this is going to run. And I think you're going to see that market fluctuate as we always do when they do kind of background testing like this. So talking about backgrounds of what's going on behind the scenes, CFTC chairman is actually out touring all these different crypto summits and symposiums, etc. So right here, you will have the acting chairman, Pham, to speak at the Out East Summit. I did cover that in my previous video. We went through the Out East Summit, talked about who was there, the agenda. Go check out that video, great information in that. Then she has coming up she's going to speak at the WebEx 2025. I'll dive into that a little bit more in depth here in a second. And then also she is speaking at the Blockchain Leaders Summit Tokyo 2025. Okay, so going into the WebEx 2025, why this is huge. Also keep in mind the CFTC is the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. They are the regulators of things like the commodities, securities, etc. They're the ones that help label and regulate that. So looking at this is going to be August 25th through the 26th. And we want to check out, and this is going to be out in Tokyo, by the way, but let's check out who's going to be there. So if you look right over here on the screen, you will see that these top four are actually the Japan government being at this event. And then you also have the SBI Holdings, which you know that's their major bank. That's the largest bank. They're going to be there. Then you also have people like Ethereum. Here is Caroline Pham. She is the CFTC Commodity Futures Trading acting chairman. We have Uniswap, Circle's president, Justin Sun of Tron, Visa, Swift. See, this is a major event. You have all these people coming together. So expect this month to be rocky. When you do see these people coming together, you are going to see this market rise and then tank again after this information comes up, or as these events get closer. This is when those tanks usually tend to happen. I don't think it's by mistake personally. But let's keep on going. Then we also have Solana is going to be there. BIS is going to be there. Chainlink. Then this is an interesting one. You have Interpol. Interpol is more of a system where they can catch criminals globally through this system, which is Interpol. Interpol is going to be there, meaning that they're going to use this AI tech to be tracking people. So that's why I'm saying this is a bigger plan than just cryptocurrency, guys. Then you also have Microsoft, Avalanche, Stellar, Trezor. Let's take a second there. Trezor, if you don't store your crypto off of exchanges, you go to a cold wallet, I highly suggest you do so. Not only should you do that to get your money off the market and secure it securely yourself, but I also highly encourage you to get a Faraday bag. A Faraday bag is something that's going to keep like any kind of EMF signals, NPM signals that could blow out your chips. It can really mess with your technical equipment. Trying to make it as simple as possible. Fireproof, waterproof, etc. to help keep your Trezor or whatever ledger you might have, keep it safe just in case anything happens, right? Then we also have, let's talk about Avalanche, Stellar, Trezor, Securitize, again, major tie to BlackRock, Coinbase. Then you have Ripple, you have the SVP stablecoins, and the senior direction of commercial in APAC. So Ripple is going to be there as well. Of course they are, because they're part of everything. Then what are the topics they're talking about? I just kind of clipped a couple here. I don't want to waste your too much time. I will post the link down below so you can check that out yourself and go through it. It's definitely worth 10 minutes of your time to go through this and see who's all going to be there, what they're going to be talking about, because this list of people is insane who's going to be at this event. We have navigating fragmentation, regulation, and interoperability with global stablecoin race. And of course, you're going to have Visa, CoinDesk, CoinCheck, Circle, Internet Group is going to be the ones talking about that. Unlocking trillions in RWA liquidity across chains. This is where you're going to have Pancake Swap's going to be there. That's going to be an interesting one. Then you have the future stablecoin ecosystem integration and possibilities between traditional finance and the Web3 ecosystem. This is where you're going to have Jack McDonald of Ripple is going to be there talking about that. Then also along with him, Swift is going to be there to discuss this as well. And that is, again, the integration and possibilities between traditional finance and Web3 ecosystem. Keep in mind, I just now showed you in October, Swift from their actual website, they are planning a test run to test ISO 20022 in October 18th and the 19th. So interesting that that's going to follow up behind this. And let's keep on going. We have writing the rules for cross-border Web3, regulatory frameworks for global digital assets. And this is where Caroline Pham, the CFTC chairman, is going to be there to have that discussion, along with their governmental bodies as well are going to be there. Then also the process of tokenization in the financial sector from concept to reality in digital finance. And this is where Visa is going to be speaking at, and Bitwise, of course. Then we have scaling on-chain liquidity, security, and the future of crypto infrastructure. And again, this is where Ripple is going to be coming in to have that conversation. As you see, this is going to be a big event. Again, this event is happening August 25th through the 26th, 2025. So be ready to see the market fluctuation again, as we now saw that happening with the Wyoming blockchain summit or symposium that is happening today and tomorrow. And one more to go through. I won't dive too deep into this one, but this one is happening August 27th. And this is the Blockchain Leaders Summit out in Tokyo. You have Caroline Pham. She's also going to be there, but you also have other people like Solana's going to be there. You're going to have Uniswap, Circle, etc. As I go through, you can keep on going through and see. I also will post that link. But you have plenty of information to go off of. I highly suggest that you look into people like the CFTC, the SEC, the OCC, tracking these people and tracking people like BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, tracking their movements, because when they move, the markets move. And I cannot state that enough. So definitely worth the time to follow them. Or you could follow this channel and I'll provide some insights for you. So you don't have to do all that research. I'll do all that research and reading for you. So hopefully you guys found something in this video helpful. You found something new. And if you did, please consider, again, liking, subscribing, and commenting down below. It does absolutely help this channel, and I really do appreciate it. So that's all I have for you guys, and hopefully I will see you on the next one.